Everybody stop for just a moment, but I want to introduce you to the one and only Billy Doherty. I've known for quite a long time.
Hey, everybody. Glad to be here. Let's go, Ian. Let's do this.
But he has been involved behind the scenes with upper cervical chiropractors for a very long time. Tell everybody in a nutshell a little bit about what you do for chiropractors, specifically upper cervical chiropractors.
So I'm not a chiropractor. So I come at this from a unique lens of a patient advocate who loves upper cervical. And for the last 17 years, I've been in this space and have been providing resources to help really to do a couple things. One is to create awareness of upper cervical, but then help these doctors that are coming out of school to provide them with marketing resources, to create awareness, to articulate, to simplify the messaging, to get it out there in the community. And I do that a few ways. A few ways I do that is with uppercervicalcare.com, which is a global directory. And that represents all upper cervical techniques. And really what it is, it's a patient resource, education resource. And then from there, once the patient, the visitor learns about upper cervical, understands upper cervical, then they look for a doctor. So from my point of view, I don't really care what technique you practice, but it's very important from a patient standpoint to understand what the care is and then have a resource for them to locate a doctor near them, which is why I encourage all upper cervical techniques to list. There's no entry, there's no barrier to list your practice on the directory. Once you're on there, it just makes it easier for people to find you. And then from there, I provide marketing resources. And you alluded to it earlier, I've been involved with this space since 2007. And with the evolution of the upper cervical evolution and upper cervical health centers, the franchise model, all of those things. But during that time, I created all these marketing materials that would just help elevate the profession, elevate the doctors in their town to help them communicate what they do to the people that they're meant to attract. And so with Healthy Chiropractic, which is a second leg really of what we provide, it's just marketing resources. Everything from branding, creating a logo, to developing your website, to lead generation. And so it's everything from soup to nuts to help doctors, young doctors, doctors who are in practice. And the strategies are totally different when it comes to a new doctor coming out of school. You know, we're going to recommend certain things for that doctor to build awareness and start building up their practice. Then we can transition that investment of time into capital. So it's very important. The way that we do business is like I said, a boutique style to work with doctors on a one-on-one, because every strategy for each doctor is going to be different depending on the market they're in and what stage they're at in practice. The third piece that we provide is an advocacy program, which is uppercervicaladvocates.org, and it's still in development. It's still beta. We're still trying to grow it, but that's a place for people to share to patients or people who've been under care, to share their experiences with what their experience is with that care, being under care. And it's for patients only. So there's not doctors in there kind of dictating or swaying conversation. It's more for people to learn more about this care, uncover whether or not it's important to them to seek out a doctor. Because again, there's a lot of things that I know, and a lot of things I know about the upper cervical space is that upper cervical doctors have to be passionate, and they are passionate about it when they come out of school. Two is not a lot of people know about upper cervical care. So it's really important to provide resources to these doctors to help them create awareness in their community. And like I said, it's a small community. So we try to work one-on-one with these doctors to help them, depending on their situation, to grow their practices and create awareness.
On March 24th to 26th, we're having a boot camp down at Sherman College. It's open for anybody, whether you're a student, whether you're a practicing chiropractor. It doesn't matter if it's an upper cervical technique or a full spine technique. If you want to be better at the neck, the Upper Cervical Bootcamp is the place to be. And on Sunday from 8 a.m. to 12 noon, we're going to be sitting down and just talking about the business side of things. It's going to be a strategy session, a mastermind session. So whatever you need help in outside of the technique, in implementing the technique or helping to run the technique, from practice management, patient communication systems, to marketing systems, to business management and employee systems, whatever you need, we're going to have a little panel and a discussion on Sunday morning. And click on the link. We'll see you at the boot camp.